All right. Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive.
Yeah.
You know, we love to do this. We're going to do a deep dive into Judas Priest's Painkiller.
Yes. Painkiller.
It's an album that really changed heavy metal, I think.
Absolutely it did.
You know, we love all the big albums.
Mm-hmm.
You know, British Steel,
Yeah.
Screaming for Vengeance.
Yeah.
But this is where they kind of took it, I don't know, they went to another level.
Or like they just went to 11, you know? They took everything great about heavy metal, the speed, the power, the aggression, and just cranked it up to 11.
Yeah.
It's intensely musical, you know?
Yeah, it's not just loud.
It's not just loud, you're right.
It's not like a noise record.
No, there's so much precision, there's artistry
Yeah.
in this just sonic force that they're creating.
Yeah, and speaking of force, we have to talk about Scott Travis
Oh, of course.
coming in,
Huge.
replacing Dave Holland on drums. I mean, this is a big change for Priest.
It was a big change, but what a change, right? I mean, Scott Travis's double kick drumming is like a weapon on this album.
Oh, yeah.
It's not just speed for speed's sake, though. I mean, you hear it on tracks like the title track, Painkiller, but also, you know, listen to how he uses it on a song like Hell Patrol.
Yeah.
It's driving, it's relentless, but there's this incredible sense of groove.
It's like he injected adrenaline into Priest's sound.
Exactly. He brought that energy that kind of pushed them into that speed metal territory.
Yeah.
Without sacrificing any of the melody.
What's interesting to me is that they recorded this monstrous album
Yeah.
in these very peaceful places, you know, Miraval Studios in France and Whistlelord Studios in the Netherlands.
Right, not very metal sounding places, are they?
Not exactly what you think of
No.
when you think of, like, you know, the birth of this album.
Right, you'd think they were, you know, holed up in some gothic castle, you know, forging this music in, you know, amidst thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
But no, it's these beautiful, peaceful studios.
Yeah. And they brought in Chris Sangarides to produce this time,
Yeah.
breaking their long partnership with Tom Allen.
Yeah. I think they wanted something different, you know, and Zangarides had that reputation for capturing raw energy.
Yeah.
Which is what Painkiller needed.
Yeah, and they even brought in Don Airey,
Oh, yeah.
a keyboardist. But he wasn't just playing keyboards, he was doubling bass parts on a Mini Moog synthesizer.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't realize that.
You don't really notice it on a casual listen,
No.
but it adds this extra layer of depth and power on the lower end.
Exactly. It's like a secret weapon in their sonic arsenal.
Yeah, I love that.
It's those little details
Yeah.
that they really, you know, went that extra mile to create this massive sonic landscape.
Yeah. Yeah, it really did add this, you know, real world intensity.
Yeah. To the album.
Especially when you consider
Yeah.
the themes of darkness and struggle and overcoming adversity.
It's like the lawsuit fed into it somehow.
Yeah, in a weird way, right?
Yeah.
It's not hard to see why people might have connected those dots.
Yeah.
Even though the lawsuit was eventually dismissed.
Right.
Um,
Well, when it finally did hit the shelves.
yeah. In September 1990, it went gold
Yeah.
the following year.
It was huge. I mean, critically and commercially.
Yeah, it was a smash critically.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, AllMusic called it one of Priest's best albums in years.
Right. And that's saying something.
Yeah. For a band with their catalog,
With a catalog as legendary as theirs.
Yeah.
That's high praise.
it is.
And Sputnik Music gave it a perfect 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I mean, fans were just raving about it.
Yeah.
The intensity, the technical brilliance,
Yeah.
the raw emotion.
It got a Grammy nomination
It did.
for Best Metal Performance.
Best metal performance.
Which
yeah.
is no small feat.
They lost to Metallica that year.
Yeah.
Won.
Which is a great song.
It is a great song.
But some people think Painkiller should have won.
I mean, it's hard to argue, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, it's such a heavier, more aggressive album.
It pushed the boundaries
Yeah.
of what metal could be.
It took the raw power of like a Slayer, but, you know, combined it with the melodic sensibility of like an Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
It's just this perfect storm.
Yeah. And the songwriting, I mean, come on.
Oh, yeah. It's every track is like a mini epic,
Yeah.
intricate riff, soaring vocal.
The lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
The Painkiller himself.
The metal angel of vengeance.
Riding a motorcycle fueled by hellfire.
I mean, come on. Is there anything cooler than that?
It's so over the top
Yeah.
in the best way.
It's like a heavy metal comic book come to life.
Yeah, like, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's depth to the lyrics, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Hell Patrol, Metal Meltdown.
Yeah.
This apocalyptic anxiety.
Right. Which was prevalent at the time.
Yeah.
The Cold War was ending. The world was on the brink of change.
Yeah.
There was a lot of unease in the air.
Painkiller channeled that
It did.
into something empowering.
Yeah, it's about confronting those fears,
Yeah.
about fighting back against, the forces of darkness,
Yeah.
whether they be literal or metaphorical.
Yeah, finding that inner strength.
Right.
The painkiller spirit.
Exactly.
To overcome challenges.
I think that's what really resonated with people.
Yeah.
It wasn't just about, headbanging. It was about something deeper,
Yeah.
something more meaningful.
It had meaning.
Right.
And then you put Halford's vocals on top of it.
Oh my God, what a performance.
I mean, come on.
He's screaming, he's soaring.
Yeah.
He's embodying those characters' emotions.
With such intensity and conviction.
It's a masterclass
Yeah. It's incredible.
in heavy metal vocal performance.
His voice is like another instrument.
Yeah, I mean, he can go from this guttural growl to these soaring high notes
Yeah.
effortlessly.
Yeah. And it's all controlled.
Yeah, he is the metal god.
Yeah.
And let's not forget the rest of the band. I mean, Glenn Tipton,
Come on.
KK Downing,
Yeah.
on fire.
Yeah.
The riffs are just so sharp, so heavy, so memorable.
Yeah. And Ian Hill on bass.
He's the anchor,
Yeah.
laying down that solid foundation, allows everything else to take flight.
Yeah. He's like the unsung hero
Yeah,
of Priest. He's so consistent.
so reliable.
And his bass lines are so groovy
Yeah,
and powerful.
of course, and then you've got Scott Travis,
Yeah.
the powerhouse behind the kit,
Yeah.
driving the whole thing forward.
It's like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Every part working in perfect harmony.
And the production by Chris Sangarides
Yeah.
really captures that raw energy.
Yeah, it's heavy.
It's heavy as hell, but you can hear every instrument so clearly.
Yeah.
It's a wall of sound, but it's a perfectly constructed wall.
It's an assault on the senses
Yeah,
in the best way possible.
in the best way possible.
I love it. And so many of the songs
Yeah.
from Painkiller became staples of Priest's live show.
Right.
Painkiller itself, Hell Patrol, All Guns Blazing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, instant classics.
Yeah.
Just massive.
Yeah.
And they weren't afraid to pull out some of the deeper cuts either.
Yeah.
Nightcrawler
Yeah.
between the hammer and the anvil. Like,
They'd pepper those into their set lists.
Yeah.
Which was always a treat for the hardcore fans.
Speaking of treats for hardcore fans,
Yeah.
they finally debuted One Shot at Glory and Battle Hymn live in 2021.
I know, at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
It only took them like 30 years.
I know.
But it shows the depth
Yeah.
and the quality
Yeah.
of the songwriting on Painkiller.
It's an album that keeps giving
Yeah.
every time you listen to it.
You discover something new.
Yeah.
Some little detail you didn't notice before.
It's like peeling back the layers of an onion.
Right.
But instead of crying,
Instead of crying, you're just hit with this wave of pure heavy metal awesomeness.
yeah.
I love that analogy.
I know.
It's what makes Painkiller so special.
Yeah.
It's an album that rewards repeated listens.
Yeah.
You can put it on today,
Yeah.
and it sounds just as fresh and as powerful as it did back in 1990.
It's a testament
It
to the
is.
songwriting, the performance, the artistry.
And it's had a lasting impact.
I mean, you hear it in bands like Trivium,
Yeah.
Bullet for My Valentine,
Yeah.
even newer acts like Spirit Box.
Yeah.
You can hear that Painkiller influence
Yeah.
clearly.
Yeah. So, having gone on this deep dive
Yeah.
into Painkiller,
Mhm.
revisited its history,
Yeah.
its impact,
Absolutely.
its musical brilliance.
Yeah.
What are your key takeaways?
For me, it's the album's fearlessness.
Yeah.
Judas Priest was already a legendary band
Yeah.
at this point, but they weren't content
Yeah.
to rest on their laurels.
No.
They took a risk.
Yeah.
They pushed themselves creatively.
Yeah.
They embraced a heavier, faster sound.
Yeah.
And they created something truly groundbreaking.
Yeah. They did it while facing a ridiculous lawsuit
Yeah. Can you imagine?
that could have derailed their whole career.
I mean, that's a testament to their resilience,
Yeah.
their determination, their
Yeah.
commitment to their art.
Yeah. And I think that's a lesson
Yeah.
for all of us. No matter what our creative pursuit is,
Right.
don't be afraid to take risks,
Yeah.
to push yourself outside your comfort zone,
Right.
to create something that reflects your vision.
Because when you do that,
Yeah.
you might just create something truly special.
Yeah.
Something that has a lasting impact on
Yeah.
the world.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
Painkiller is a reminder that even in the face of adversity,
Mm-hmm.
even when the world's trying to drag you down,
Right.
you can still create something beautiful,
Yeah.
something powerful,
Mm-hmm.
something that will inspire generations to come.
Yeah.
So for our listener out there,
Yes.
I'd leave you with this question.
Oh, I like this.
How does Painkiller stand up
Yeah.
against other pivotal heavy metal albums?
Of its era.
Yeah,
It's a great question.
it is.
One that deserves some serious thought.
So crank up Painkiller.
Do it.
and really listen to it.
Mm.
Pay attention to the details,
And
the things you might have missed before.
Yeah.
And think about its place
Right.
in the grand pantheon of heavy metal.
Mm-hmm.
In the grand pantheon of heavy metal.
And you know, another thought I have.
Yeah.
How did Painkiller change your perception of heavy metal?
That was a good one.
Like, did it introduce you to the genre?
Yeah.
Or did it, expand your understanding of what metal could be?
It's crazy to think
Yeah.
that a single album could have such a profound impact
Right.
on so many people.
Yeah.
And Painkiller is definitely one of those albums.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
A genre definer.
Yeah.
A masterpiece.
A masterpiece of heavy metal.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah.
I'll catch you next time.
For another journey
You're another journey.
into the heart of music.
Until then.
Keep the metal flowing.
Mm.